Hello and welcome back to another episode of Things That I Get Sent. Before we begin, I just want to ask, if you watch Stu's reviews and you want to see more exotic locations, more extreme tests, then support me over on Patreon, because without all of my current patrons, I couldn't do the stuff that I do, and I couldn't create the show that I want to make and hopefully you want to watch. A special shout out to all my new patrons from last month in September. We've got Derek Ramsey, Tom and James Shannon. You guys are ace. Thank you so much for supporting me over on Patreon. And again, please, if you watch these reviews and you do like it, head on over to Patreon and support me to make some weirder, bizarre content. A bit like this, to be honest. So, without further ado, let's dive into opening some boxes. Now, as a quick disclaimer, for those that haven't seen this type of content before, I save all of my parcels that I'm sent in the previous month and open it generally at the beginning of the next month. Now, I get sent some very, very unusual stuff, from mannequin hands to rubber bath mats. Oh, it's a bath mat. I don't know why, I don't ask for this stuff, I just get sent it. But I also get sent some really cool gadgets as well, so join me as I open all of the boxes and find out what I've been sent this month. Now I'm going to start by not opening one particular parcel, and that's because I was a naughty boy and opened this early. Now the reason I opened this early is this is a 500 gig SSD hard drive. That's less than the size, or smaller than, credit card. It is cool. Now, this is a prototype and I wanted to test it out and see how it performed. Supposedly it's got up to 1 gig a second of write speed. At the moment I don't seem to be getting that. It could be because it's a prototype, but what I will say is it's blindingly fast, and I've been able to edit stuff while I've been away in Scotland and back up all my footage. Now this is called the Hyperdisk. If you want to check it out, it's going to be available on Kickstarter, and I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check that out for yourselves. But definitely do. Like I said, naughty boy, I opened this before I did my unboxing, but that's because I really couldn't wait to test this one out. So, first parcel, we've got this bag here, which I have no idea what is inside it. So, is this a stab vest? Oh, it's going to be one of those months. Why have I been sent a stab vest? I do not know. It doesn't even feel. It smells like fish. This is all very strange. I don't think this is how you're supposed to put it on. Hold on a minute. Aha! In case you're wondering, I've never worn a stab vest in my life. Although, with the amount of weird stuff that I'm getting up to these days, it wouldn't surprise me if I need one. I wouldn't trust it, to be honest. Let's move on to another thing that is hopefully more tech related. Okay, this is interesting. So, we all know what smart bulbs are, and we all have them, I think. Most people have them. Most people have smart bulbs. All of the smart bulbs generally look quite similar. You can get coloured bulbs, you can get white bulbs, but they're all kind of sort of very similar to, well, this sort of thing really. They're all kind of white glossy. Well, this I think is very fashionable, and it should be, look at that, there we go, that is a filament bulb. Kind of like the old Edison style tungsten bulbs. In fact, I've got some in my hallway and I'll show you an image of what they look like on. Now this is a smart version of that. We'll leave that for now, but that is really cool. And if you're looking for style, but you're looking for smart, okay. VIP Club, what is an Olexar? What is it? Ah, okay. So this is from a company called Mobile Fun. Let's have a look what they've sent. They've sent me a bunch of different Olexar cases for Alexa, stop.
Do that on All Prime Video. Which would you like?
Oh my days. Shut up.
Today is Wednesday, the 9th of October.
What is wrong with her? Stop. I'm not going to say the name of this brand anymore because apparently that's ridiculous. But I've been sent a bunch of cases to have a look by this company. Right, let's have a look at this one then. Okay, the inside reminds me sort of the Spigen design, which is quite similar to theirs. It's very similar to the Caseology cases I opened recently. It's got that kind of carbon aesthetic at the top. Clear case. As you know, not a massive fan of clear cases. That's a nice silicone case. Very similar to Apple's own. Feels almost slightly smoother. No Apple logo on it. Some people like that, some people won't. I quite like that. That's very nice. This has a black accented ring around the outside of the camera. Very nice indeed. I like that. That's cool. That's quite a tight fit on there as well, actually. That is a very, very tight and solid fit. I quite like that. That smells like real leather as well. Well, it is genuine leather. You know I've got a bit of thing for genuine leather. I love the smell. Love the smell. That is quite a nice case. And the last one, we've got a carbon fibre. But actually, the design looks very similar in its appearance to some of the Caseology ones I took a look at the other day. Look. Spot the difference. Very similar, but not quite the same. Well, overall, these are some very nice cases. Now, I don't know what price these are at, and I'm not going to look either. I'm going to leave that up to you, and I'll leave a link in the description below to all of these as usual, so you can check them out for yourselves. Back to the yellow tape boxes. Again, I don't know why China has this obsession with absolutely destroying the box and covering it completely in yellow tape. It's very unusual. Well, apparently, it's just peanuts at the moment. Oh God, I can't get this out. Mini mic for a GoPro camera phone stabiliser. That is super dinky. Look at this. That's cool. So this is a camera mic slash GoPro mic. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it on that camera. Right, that's plugged in to the camera now, so you can tell me exactly whether you think the audio sounds good or not. I don't know, I can't hear it at this moment. But what I would say, if it is any good, that is a nice little addition to your camera because it's very, very small and doesn't take up much room. So if you just want some quick audio taking that isn't rubbish from the camera direct, then that could be quite good, especially on something like a GoPro. Anyway, back to that audio. So let's get rid of this and carry on. Well, now, so far so good. I haven't had many weird things. I mean, this vest that I'm wearing is rather strange, but I've been sent some cool stuff this month so far. Oh, I've jinxed it now. This is going to be a massive box of headphones. Ooh, ho, ho, very nice. Now, I haven't got a gimbal at the moment. I haven't got a stabiliser for my DSLR, which I used to shoot with all over the place. Generally speaking, we use manual shoulder-mounted tripods or a tripod that you're on right now. Now, admittedly, I actually knew I was being sent this. I was just waiting for a very long time, so I'm super excited to take a look at this. In all honesty, I'm not going to get this out now because that means trying to record myself using this with the camera that I'm going to be using it with. So at the moment, that is going to go down there for now, but I will do a review of that because it's going to hopefully be a great addition to the studio kit and improve things incredibly. Onto this one. Now, I'm interested in this because this says glove on it. Now, unless this is some kind of Nintendo Power Glove, I'm not going to... What the Christ? Now, this isn't the first time I've been sent an Avengers paraphernalia. A few months ago, I was sent Thor's hammer. And that's this. So who the hell keeps on sending me Avengers stuff? I do not know. Ah, Jesus! It stinks so bad. I don't want to put my hand in it. Oh, my hand doesn't even fit in this. Well, this happens to be one of the most uncomfortable. What's that there? Oh, hold on. What's that? Well, look at this. Look at that. This is gonna give me some sort of electric. Like, I can. The only problem is, I mean, I click my thumb, I click my fingers, but I actually can't move my hand in this.
I am inevitable. Possibly.
Oh my days, how the hell anyone clicks their fingers in the bloody Infinity Gauntlet? I do not know. This is... Hold on. Back to normal now. Let's carry on and unbox more weird things. This just is not suitable. Kind of looks cool. I'm going to pop that there. What have I got? Holy high. These look unusual. They are headphones. That's upsetting. But this is very different so far, and I'm quite happy with that. This box looks very unusual. Oh, you slide it. That's different. These are charging now, so I'm going to leave that in there like that to charge. And I'll come back to those in a few minutes. I'm quite interested to take a look at this. Very, very, very odd name. Well, this is called the Earfun U-Boom. I can probably tell you where they've taken the name U-Boom from. Straight from another company. But they're promising something with the name of the brand here. Earfun. So my ears better have fun listening to this speaker. Exciting. Ignore the instructions. Cable. Plastic. Terrible plastic. Chinese companies, stop using plastic in your packaging. Well, that's a nice design. That is a nice design. That is solid. That feels super solid. And there's a bunch of controls on top that I have no idea what they do. Let's pair this up to my phone. More about half volume here. That's very punchy. Okay, that's not bad. I actually quite like the sound of that, quite punchy. Let me try another song though, because I think that's a little bit too high. Let's try something else. Okay, conclusions are that overall the mids are very, very good. They've got a certain crisp punchiness to them that I really, really like. And this is a very, very solid device. However, I think when you put it on higher volume, the bass seems to drop out a bit and you do lose it. There is a setting on the top, which you can now see in the white light, which is kind of a symbol of the mountains. Now, reading in the instructions, that is an indoor-outdoor switch. I found if you put it on the outdoor setting, the bass does sound a bit better, but still on those higher volumes, you do lose a little bit of the clarity on that bass. If that's the type of sound that you like, then fine. Not everyone's into their bass, but I quite like a heavy bass. I quite like an even sound, but I'd definitely say that this favours the mids and highs over the bass. Unfortunately, it doesn't tickle my taste buds 100% because of my sound preferences, but overall I'd probably say that that's actually quite a good quality speaker. What's inside here? Ah, This is another Pitaka case, a mag case for the iPhone 11. I won't get this out because I have reviewed one of these before, and in fact I've shot one of these to see how well the aramid fibres hold up. If you want to see that review, I'll leave a link in the description or there for you, so you can check that out. But I was very, very impressed by these. On to the next one. What is this? Soda Pop Bluetooth bass bottle speaker. It shows almost a bottle of Coke on the front with a speaker on it. Well, this is interesting. What? How does this work? This literally... This is so strange. This is so strange. This actually is a speaker that you put on top of a bottle to increase the bass. This is the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time, but it excites me. Am I going to be one of the first people to listen to music coming from a bottle? It's an interesting concept. Right. We're paired. Let's please be good. Please be good. If this is good, this is going to blow my mind. But that was quieter than anticipated. Let's turn it up. So... Okay, overall, sounds alright, maybe a bit muddy. Okay, we'll try with a different song and give that a go. But, interestingly, it comes out of both sides. You've got a speaker on that side, and then the bass comes out the bottom into this. But it looks like you can literally attach it to any bottle that you want. That's insane. Right, let me try a different song and see how this performs. Well, overall, that's a solid speaker. I'd say it's not the clearest in the world, but I'm listening to it from a bottle. I really like the design of this. I don't think it's going to be the best sound in the world, but I tell you what, I'm really interested to find out how other bottles affect the sound of this. So, watch this space for a review. It's weird and unusual. Exactly what I look for in a gadget. Okay, only a few parcels left now. We've got this one here. Let's take a look. Never comes off in one. One of my life's biggest frustrations. We've got another product by Tribit here. Now, I have tested multiple Tribit speakers, but this is not a speaker, is it? Some of their larger speakers have been fantastic. Honestly, their waterproof one, which was the, what was it called? Something like a Tribit Max Boom, that was it. I actually took it swimming with me. Here's a quick shot of that. Again, if you want to see that review, description or there. But that was a fantastic speaker. These, wow. Okay, we've got like a leathery, don't know if it's real, can't tell, but with like a leathery kind of feel on the outside here. It's like a little kind of oyster clam type appearance. Okay, they're charging. Come back to both of those headphones in a bit. Okay, we have another speaker today. Right, this is called the Tronsmart Element T6 Plus. Not exactly the catchiest name in the world. I don't care if it sounds good. Does look quite similar to a lot of styles at the moment. Similar sort of feel. What I like though is that this is a twizzly knob on the top. Everyone loves twizzling knobs. Okay, interestingly, you can put a memory card in this. That's one of the first speakers I've seen that you can put a memory card in for a long time, especially a mobile one. Right, that is on. It's flashing blue on the top. Let's pair this up. Again, much quieter than I anticipated. Okay. Okay, interestingly, very interesting, this is independent of the phone. You don't see that. Normally, the up and down volume on the devices themselves would change the volume on the phone. This doesn't, so you have to set the volume at max on the phone and then control it through this. It's got different sounds apparently as well. So if I play another song here, apparently I can change it between slightly different sounds. Sounds very deep, I like that. It's like a little light on the back. Ooh, a lot of bass coming off that. You can feel that in the table. Right, let's turn it up a little bit. It's not bad. It doesn't blow my mind and it doesn't sort of blow me out of the water. I'd say it's very, very, very good at the mid-level, but when you crank it up, it did sound a little bit distorted. Couldn't really pick out the individual instruments there when it went on max volume. But did it go loud enough on mid-volume? I think it's okay. It's a very unusual device. It does some things that I've not seen before, for a long time anyway, in a speaker. Memory cards, this controlling just the speaker volume and not the phone as well. So for a mobile speaker, it's quite interesting. Do I think it's worth buying? I don't know. I definitely think it's good. I think it would depend on the price, but I'll leave that up to you. Let's have a look. It's a solar battery powered outdoor camera. This looks like a very interesting design. Looks like the solar panels are built into the camera. Now, I currently use the Arlo system, but they're all battery powered. Now you can get solar powered Arlo cameras, but you have to have the solar panel separate and connected to a wire to the Arlo camera, as far as I'm aware. I think that's right. I don't know. Don't quote me on that one. But this looks interesting because the actual camera itself has a built-in solar panel. Although there is a major flaw with this. I live in the UK, and for those of you that don't live in the UK, the only weather we have here, or especially in Wales where I am right now, is rain. We don't know what the sun is. I've not seen the sun in about 16 years. Well, I like that. That is cool. It's a big bulky device though. That's certainly going to draw attention. Solium. I like the name as well. It does look like a pretty industrial camera here. We've got the antennas on the back. Apparently it has a battery as well for when it is grey and raining like it always is here, but the only problem is I don't think it would ever charge up here fully, but I don't know. I don't think it would need that much power, to be honest. It's just a small camera. Boy, you're not going to have any trouble with the reception, are you? Huh. Okay. This is another prototype from a company called Ohm or Ohom. Not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but apparently it's a Qi lamp or a QI lamp. That's not a lamp, obviously. That could be a lamp. Now apparently, or so it says in here, the letter, it says that this is just a prototype and they're launching on Kickstarter, or actually have already launched on Kickstarter, and the final materials will be of a higher quality. Ooh. Well, I mean, I hear what they're saying about building at the higher quality, but that doesn't feel bad or look bad. It seems to be a... Woo! What have I just done? I've just turned it on. How did I do that? I don't know what the instructions do. I just know there's 2 different buttons on top. One seems to go between red. Glowing now? Now, apparently, I plug this in. I can charge the lamp through a wireless charger. Now, to me, that's a first. I haven't yet come across a lamp that can do that. I'm not saying that they don't exist. What I am saying is this is the first one I've had in the office that can do it. So let's plug this in and have a peek. I'd be interested to know if this charges my phone. Do I dare do that? That's the question. I'm all plugged in. Now, can I put this on there and does it charge? Well, I think it flashed a colour then, and I think that would signify that it does. Let's try that again. Look at that. That is pretty cool. What does this do? Oh, that's wicked! Ha ha! Hey! Don't know if you can see this. I'm going to turn the lights off in here. Alexa, turn off stereo. Okay. I have a touch slidey panel on the side. Basically, I can slide it up and down, and it changes the hue of it really quickly. That is funky. And it is a great colour as well. It might look a little bit washed out on camera, I don't know. But actually in here, that is awesome. You can probably see it on my face. And the fact I can carry this around is cool as well. Look at that, that's ace. Let's turn the lights back on. Right, the question is, does my QI charger for the lamp charge my phone? Let's pop it on. And it does indeed, it charges my phone. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. I don't know what the top buttons do though. What do they do? Let's try and work it out. Ha ha. Okay, so we've got 2 buttons on the top. I finally figured it out. The left one here is the brightness. The right one is changed between hue and solid colour. And this is the colour changer on the side. Well, overall, that is a phenomenal piece of tech. I like that a lot. If you want to find out more about this, head on over to the Kickstarter in the link in the description below. And obviously you can back them over there and get yourselves one of these. Well, overall, that was pretty cool. Right, on to the headphones. I'm going to try the Holly High ones first because I actually don't have Holly High hopes for these. I mean, they look interesting, but that's about it. So let's see if I can get these paired up. So they've got a little touch thing on the side apparently. You tap it and it pauses and plays. They're not that comfortable actually in their current form. Oh, it's decided to stop itself. Ah, this is interesting. I think the shape of my ears stops these automatically. Yep. Every time I move my head. I'm going to stop doing it now. I think it's just my ear touches the panel slightly. Well, that's a surprise. They're actually pretty good. They're very even all the way across the board. I'd say nothing is too heavy, and they're handling very well at high volume as well. Well, okay, fine. I'd give these a good 6.5, 7 out of 10. The sound actually is rather good. There are a couple of design issues, however, that I think could be changed. First of all, I'm not massively keen on the design of the actual buds themselves. A bit uncomfortable in my ears, and apparently that touch panel is super sensitive, and even a slight brush of my ear lobe here or something, touching it will stop the music, which was quite frustrating right at the beginning there. Also, the design of the case is rather odd, to put it plainly. And I'm not sure that that is going to be a product with a great deal of longevity, which is a shame because the sound is actually very good. So I would say 6 to 7 out of 10 for those. Last product of the day. Let's give these a go. Similar design to the Holly Highs actually, or Holy Highs. Right, let's pop these in. Okay, I just got the word connected shouted in my ear on the right hand side. So please have paired to both. Let's try a different song here. Good news is they're both connected fine. Okay, not massively brilliant on the bass, quite an even sound, but I'd say the bass is suffering a bit there. Let's try a different song. Okay, I would say that those are neither a hit nor a miss. Are they good? Well, they're okay. I love the design of them. I just don't quite like the sound for myself. But those that like the lower bass and crispier mids and highs will probably like these a bit more than I do. So that comes to the end of today's unboxing. Not so many gadgets, some very unusual items. I say as I'm sat here wearing a stab vest and Thanos' gauntlet. Very, very, very strange indeed. My favourite product, or the winner from this month, has to be probably one of two items. I would say either this, because I'm super excited to get this open and give this a go, but I can't really say that this won because I haven't actually unboxed this. I would say the thing that has piqued my interest the most, if you can guess what it is can't really move very well in this, but this. The soda pop speaker. Okay, it didn't sound the best, but I'm super interested to see how different bottles affect the sound and whether or not we can get a really good sound from using, say, a 2-litre bottle or a small 500ml bottle. I'm really, really interested to find out. That is going to be a fun episode. So that is the winner this month. If you liked today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And as the first time I've ever asked you guys to do this for me, hit that notification bell. Because then you'll be among the first to see an episode when it comes live. And I've got some super exciting stuff going live over the upcoming months. I've got all the new Amazon devices coming, so that's going to be cool. I've got the Amazfit GTR, the GTS, and I've got a couple of electric scooters coming too. So stay tuned for that and hit that notification bell because you'll get notified when those drop. Other than that, I'll see you back for another episode of Stu's Reviews soon. There we are, that's as close as I can get. This is not inevitable. I did it. This is not inevitable at all. Not again. What's going on? Before you go, consider supporting me on my Patreon page by clicking here. It'll give you some great discounts on stuff I've reviewed and helps me to continue doing reviews. If you want to see some fun stuff, click here to see the highlights of Stu's reviews. And, as a friendly reminder, click this button to subscribe.